Todd Wente here with Path to Progress for August, 5th? August 5th. Time goes fast sometimes when you can barely stay on top of everything going on around you, right? Here in the mobile office, getting ready to head into the main office and thinking deeply about an experience that I had last night that I think has some relevance in some of the things around the idea of making progress. I have been for quite some time engaged in doing some Olympic shooting, some Olympic style shooting. The process is very much about precision, and it's also very much about incremental gains, small, tiny incremental gains. The difference between really successful shooting in that kind of sport and something that just doesn't make doesn't make the grade, make the cut, is very, very small. It's the difference between shooting all 9s in a match and shooting 1-8 in a series of 10. If you're curious, you can look up all the details, but I'm sharing that much with you because I want what I'm about to say to make some sense. I'm a cheap son of a gun. And I try to maximize my income. I try to maximize my resources as best I can. I had a bunch of targets that I had used that fit inside a pellet trap, so that I can shoot and simulate real conditions. But it felt wasteful to just use the target once. I was looking for a way that I could reuse it, maybe reuse it cheaper, because targets can be expensive. So I got stickers, big target stickers, splatter stickers that I could put on the target, and then I can shoot to those. What I have found is that I shoot better when I'm shooting at a blank, at an unused target. And when I'm shooting at a target that has a sticker on it, my precision goes down a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. I think it's because there's confusion in the target. The target that I've been using has 3 rings and a bullseye, and they're all very large, very high definition, very easy to see. The target that I shoot at when it's blank is just a blue circle or a black circle. You can't really make out the detail from the distance, from 10 meters where you're at. So as a result, I have an easier time focusing on one large target. The other thing is that when I hit the target, if it's a brand new target, I don't necessarily see any change. But when I hit the target with the splatter, the splatter sticker target, it changes the way that it looks, and so it makes it harder to focus in. So what does all of this have to do with making any kind of progress? I think sometimes, as I look at times when I've been working to make progress in things in the past, I've got too big a target, or too fuzzy a target, or maybe too many things to target on. The more simple the target can be, the more clear I can aim, and as a result, the better my shots become. I think that has some value for me today. You know, we've talked in the past about, having a big 3 for the day. 3 things that you're trying to accomplish. I'm wondering if maybe it's better to have just a big 1. One thing, and one thing for the work day, one thing for the physical aspect of our lives, and one thing for setting the stage for the future. There might be ways to incorporate one thing into larger pieces, but I think this idea of focusing on just one thing is something worth exploring if we're really serious about making progress. And I am. So that's what I'm going to try today. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, hopefully this has been useful for you. If it has, go ahead and share the video. And if it hasn't, hey, give me a shot next time. Let's see if I can come up with something even better. In the meantime, this has been the Path to Progress. My name is Todd Wente. Nullum Diem. We'll see you next time.